So I just go scroll down to the tutorial questions according to so we have finished up the tutorial. So question number 5, right? You see my screen here. 4, 5 done. 6 haven't. 6 done also. 6 also done. 7 haven't. Oh, 6 haven't. This is the one. All right. Anyone want to share your answer? So I think we still use the Google Jamboard link, right? I'm not going to use the webcam or whatever. I will do the video recording now. Brian, you can share your Jamboard link. So as we are going to use the same method. Yes, Jamboard link. You share already, I know. Sorry, when we enter the Jamboard link now.
And I present my answer.
Oh, you are the one, you're going to present 6 star?
Yes.
Okay, so we wait for the recording first. Wilan want to share question 7. Okay, Wilan, you ready? So 7 later. We are still waiting for the recording. Okay, so we enter Jamboard from Brian. Oh, enter already. Okay, sorry. So I share my screen now. So question 6. The productions shows the weekly earning 366 ringgit and the standard deviation 28.2. So basically we have to calculate the relative measure, which is the dispersion, CV. Remember the CV, coefficients of variation. So we're talking about 2 departments here, and the other department is administrative department, which you have to calculate the mean and the standard deviation yourself. Because when you want to find the CV, the formula is what? Standard deviation divided by mean, right? Multiply 100. So for the administrative department, you have to calculate the mean for these 10 members, calculate the standard deviation. This is population or sample?
Population.
Population, right? Because they never mentioned the keyword, which I mentioned, like some, a few, okay, selected, then you see the sample. Otherwise, this is population. So you have to use this formula, find the population standard deviation and the mean. Okay, Brian, your answer. Question 6. Which page?
17.
Wow, go to the behind. Brian? Yeah, you can explain. This is for admin department, right? The mean 600 divided by 10. So for the standard deviation, this is the population formula, right? So you get 23.896. If you calculate your total x squared and your total x correctly. Then the CV for, which one is for the production? This for the admin, right? 9.19. You take this standard deviation divided by the mean now, times 100%. This is for the production, 7.7%. So compare these 2 percentage, which one is higher? The rate of earnings, admin department is more than, you can write like this, compared to production department. So therefore, production department is more consistent, correct? Now remember last week I mentioned that if the CV very higher, what follow? Variability. Okay, we talk about variability means spread, spread, or we call it dispersion. Remember, dispersion. So again, if the CV high means the variability or spread or dispersion also follow. When the variability high, the consistency low, drop. In other words, if the consistency is, you want the consistency high, the CV must be what? Lower. The data with the lower CV means better consistent. That's why you see your production department is more consistent because the CV is lower than admin department. So right here, the variability will be lower, which means the CV must lower. Okay. Now, if you recall back everyone, I am not sure whether I mentioned this before. If you compare, I'm not sure how many of you remember skewness. Do you still remember this skewness? Chapter 2, histogram. Remember when you draw histogram, let's say this is your histogram, right? Remember you join this as a normal curve, remember? Skew positive, skew negative, and also symmetry, remember? Skewness. So if I talk about spread here, it's actually one part of the skewness. Now, if the skewness is lower or the variability is lower, you can see this very sharp. Remember we talked about the mean here? And remember I said there are many X1 data, X2 data, X3 data. Each of these got their own spread. Remember the distance from the individual data to the mean here? This is called what? Spread. So if the spread is lower, you can see here very sharp. The distance between each data to the mean very small. The spread is lower. But if you talk about the spread is bigger, then you can see the normal curve is like that. You see this one very low compared to this one. And then you see the spread here. This is the mean. You see the X1, X2, the spread is very big. The distance from each data to the mean is wider. You see the normal curve here? So there are a few things that you all can check in future. When you do your project or research, you want to check which data is better. In other words, consistent. You look at what? Smaller variability. So conclusion. The smaller the variance, which means the smaller the spread, the better the data. Why better? Because more consistent. In reality, we want the data which is more consistent. We don't want the data keep on changing one. If the data keep on changing, very hard for us to predict, or we can say not reliable. So we want the data which has lower variance. In other words, it's more reliable, more consistent. Okay? Anyone have any questions for this CV? Okay, don't have. Now, question 7. I think you read the question already, right? It's given the house price for a few classes there, from below 50 up to 150 to 160. Now you have to construct the less than ogive table and then draw the ogive. Then part B, use the ogive to estimate median, lower quartile, remember Q1, Q3, and also the QD, quartile deviation. Okay, and then part C, answer the cut-off point for 10% most expensive houses for the stamp duty rebates. Okay, so the answer are there. Wilan is going to explain our answer there. So are you ready?
Yeah.
This is the question 7. Where is your table?
Table in beside.
Here. This one. So start from 50. Below 50 means 40 to 50 lah. You take the nearest table, all 10, 10, 10 right? And this is the last class. So here, less than 50 is 16. The rest follow upper boundary. You just skip one plus the cumulative. Then you must start from 0.
I forget add in, so I write it back.
Okay, I see that. Yes, you add here. Remember, everyone, start from 0. This one, you add one more upper boundary, which is 40. Okay, so let's look at your ogive. Let's let ogive show the price of houses for sales. So this is your CV, number of houses, and this is the class boundary. In 1,000 ringgit, the price. So this is your axis, the scale start from 40, 50, 60, all the way to 160. So it looks like 1 cm for 10, right?
Yeah. Can
2
you read?
cm, because 2 cm cannot fit in.
Yeah, cannot.
Cannot fit in. So everyone, be careful. You must start from 40 with the 0 here, up to 160. And then the y-axis, you take 2 cm for
2 cm
20
for
unit.
20 unit.
Okay, so I believe everyone, you know how to join the point, right? Join one by one up to the last one, 160 lah. And this is 160 plus boundary. Okay, all right. How to estimate the median?
I take the 160 divided 2 and then find that 18, and then I draw the underline until the
Ogive. Ogive. Oh, don't need to do like that. Don't need to do like that.
and then go down.
Draw down.
I get the 66.
66.
Yeah.
Anyone get 66? What's the answer from the question paper? 66, correct?
Yeah.
Those of you who get 65 minus what? Because we only give allowance plus minus 0.5. Not too much different. You get 67, also minus what? Okay. How to estimate Q1?
Quarter one, I take 160 divided 4 and then I equal 40. I take 40 in the Y and then draw until the object and then draw down. I get the 56.
56. Is this given by the 56? Yes, correct. How to find Q3?
Q3, I take 3 multiple 160 and then divided 4. I get 120 and then I draw on the graph and then draw down. I get the 82.
82 here. Is this? Let me check. Yes, it's correct. All right. How to find the QD?
Q3 minus Q1 and then divided 2. I got 13. 13.
13.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So far, so good. Part A done. Part C. Most 10% expensive, as I told you all that day, right? A rebate means discount. Those who buy house, the most expensive one, usually government will give discount. Rebate, stamp duty is from government tax. So those who buy very expensive house, usually government give 10% rebate because the house is too expensive. So you have to find the cut-off price. Where is it? 10% you change to what? 90%. How you change?
100 minus 10%, and then I got
144.
90%.
144. And then how do you estimate?
I take 160 multiple 90, and then I got 144, and then I draw in a graph 144, and then draw the object until the below as I got
112.
112.
Is the answer 112?
Yeah.
Yes, correct. Everyone clear 112. So you see, 10% more than remember we change to less than 90%. 90% from 160 is 144. From there, from the number of houses 144, this is houses one. Then you go down. You want to check the cut-off price one, so you have to find the cut-off price is 112. Okay, this is the house price. See or not? So 112. Any house more than 112, you get 10% stamp duty rebate. Okay, this is the meaning at least. More than equal means at least. All right. Okay, done. Good from William.
Thank you, sir.
So that's all for question 7 to be finished already. Okay, now as I said, I hope everyone you can try to get some past year question. You know where to get, right? Fast Track. You can check with Fast Track, or you can go to the website, or you find out where to get the past year questions. You can see that there are a lot of questions for many years. You can get as many set questions as you can. You can try a lot of questions from chapter 1 and chapter 2. Okay, everyone? So if everybody no more questions, we go to our next tutorial 3, which we touched probability this morning. I'm not sure how many of you attended, but many of you still stay at home. Okay, you can see my screen. So I won't go through the notes again. This morning I have gone through already. All these are what you can see this morning, right? Any parts, any terms that you need me to explain? Venn diagram, I mentioned that complement, union set. So the keyword here is or. Intersection, the keyword here is and. This is either A or B. This one is both A and B. So you use this symbol for or, this symbol for and. Okay, then we talk about probability. I talk about how we get using the classical approach to come up with this general simple formula to calculate any probability for any event, right? For this example, then the laws. We start with this complement. Then I talk about addition rule for 2 types. One for what? Mutually, and one for non-mutually. Okay. So when you do a tutorial question, you have to know whether the event can happen together or cannot happen together. Then for mutually, you can see this one. The probability of A and B happen together is 0 because there is no overlap. A intercept B is null set. Remember, this is null set. So the probability is definitely no chance at all, 0. So you don't need to minus here. But if it's a non-mutually, then the two probability event can happen together. So can overlap. Can happen together. So this morning we discussed a few examples. Or you can see that if the two events can happen together, your formula need to minus this one. Otherwise, you count 2 times already. Okay? And then the last one, we talk about conditional probability. This is the one that you have to be careful of because, as I mentioned, condition must happen first. Then it will affect another event. So we talk about A and B. Event A will affect event B. So how we know whether it's a condition or not? We look at the word here. Given that if whatever this word, right, that means that probability of the event will be conditional, and condition always right at the right hand side. B is your event. So the formula will be P, probability of A and B happen together, divided by probability of condition, provided the condition probability cannot be less than 0. So if I have a second scenario, A is your event, B is your condition. Doesn't matter, they can always change one. You have to look at the word given there. So in this case, B is your condition, A is your event. So when you write your formula, A and B, this time you have to divide by PB. So when you do your question, you have to be careful which one is the condition. You write at the right hand side. Okay, so all this we have done already, right? Okay, next, multiplication rule. Now, we introduce multiplication rule because got two types there. One is independent. Just now we talked about what? Addition rule, right? Addition rule, we have mutually or non-mutually plus addition rule. But for multiplicative rule, we also have two, independent and dependent. Now, how we know which one is independent, which one is dependent? Some of you asked already. You have to read the question, you see the event. You have to judge yourself. If it's independent, event A does not affect event B, or event B does not affect event A. The easiest way to know whether it's independent or not, this morning what did I say? Independent, no condition, correct or not? Independent, no condition. Because I mentioned this morning, condition means something must happen first. And something happen, another event will be affected. That's why we call it conditional probability. And if it's no condition, the A and B are freely happen one. They do not affect each other. So the formula to find the probability of A and B happen together is PA times PB, just multiply only. You see there's no condition here one. Understand? Okay, and then when I talk about this, this example, remember the 5 balls, red and yellow balls? Okay, I said I discuss this one first. Now, how many of you have tried this? Cannot get? Oh, anyone can get the answer? You see how I mentioned without replacement. Okay, total here 13, right? 13 8 plus 5. When I take first ball, I don't replace. The second ball will be 12, right? Out of 12 already, ma. So without replacement means got condition already. That's why I write here condition. When you have a condition, then that is called what? Dependent. So I write here, if there's a condition, then it's called dependent. And the formula slightly different. PA and B is what? PA times, now you see we are not multiply PB here. We multiply what? PB condition A. If you take PA, you must multiply with the condition A. Now this morning I show you, you take this multiply this, you will get back this one, right? You try and see. You take PA, proof, proof, take PA, you multiply this one, B stroke A, so you can write A and B, but the condition is A, right? So divide by condition A, so you cancel off, you still get back A and B. Now, similarly, if I want to write A and B, find the body A and B, I can use PB. I don't want to use PA, I use PB. So I have to multiply what? If PA, your condition is A. If PB, your condition is what? B. So how do you write? A condition B. You try and prove it. PB multiply. Now this one is what? PA and B over PB, right? Because condition is B. So PB and PB cancel off. You get back PA and B. Can everyone? So remember, if it's a dependent, there is a condition there. So coming back to here, how many of you cannot solve this? Both are yellow. Okay, first ball yellow, I write like this. Both are yellow. That means I write here Y1, that means the first ball are yellow. And second ball are yellow. Y1 and Y2, which means the Y means yellow lah. 1 means first ball, 2 means second ball. Now imagine we don't take the two balls consecutively in the same time. We take consecutive means 1 and then number 2. Okay, so the first ball you take, you throw away. First ball you take yellow is how many? 8. Out of how many? 13, right? And now we see the word and here, you must multiply. Multiply, multiplicative rule. Multiplicative rule is multiply, remember or not? We have two, one with condition, one without condition. So in this case, got condition 1. So what is the second ball yellow? What's the probability? Imagine the first ball you take yellow, how many yellow? 8, right? You take 1 yellow, then you throw away. So now the yellow, how many? 7, So the second ball, listen, you want to take yellow, you have 7 already, no more 8. Because the first one, you hit the jackpot, you take yellow, you throw away. Now the balance become what? 12. So the chances to get yellow ball second time is 7 out of 12 already. What's the answer? Correct or not? Anyone cannot follow? Both are different colors. What's the meaning both different colors? One red, one yellow. Lah. So I can write here. First one red. R1 means the first ball red. And different color. So the second ball must be what? Yellow. So I write here Y2. Second ball is yellow. Okay, find the probability. Remember, you throw one ball means the second ball always over 13, no? So it over 12. Over 12. Okay, now, or you plus. Probability of the first ball is yellow. And the second ball is what? Red. How true? C, both are red. R1 red and R2 also red. Okay, so you all can try that now. Now, those of you who have finished, can you try this? So this is 10 electrical parts, 8 goods, 2 defective. So you can see here, we let the G represent the goods, the part is good. 1 and 2, I, 1 and 2. So we have 8 goods and 2 defective out of 10. So calculate the probability that the 2 parts both good, given that the parts are selected randomly and consecutively without, sorry, A with replacement. What's the meaning with replacement? That means you take the first one, you put it back again. So the second one, you take still out of 10. So in this case, with replacement means no condition. Like just download the red ball and the yellow ball. Now, if without replacement, the first ball, the first part you take, throw away. So the second part you take out of how many? 9. 9. So there's a condition already. Okay, let's try to get this answer. You can use this if you want to. So you see for A, independent events. Why independent? Because this is what? No condition. Remember I said no condition means independent. That's why the answer here, that's right, independent event. So PG1 and G2 is what? PG1 times PG2. Remember the formula, independent. Okay, but for without replacement, we have condition and this is called dependent. So that's why your formula to find G1 and G2 is PG1 times G2 with the condition G1. Remember this formula which I have written here just now. This one and this one. If I use PA, the condition is A. If I use PB, the condition is B. So if I use G1 here, or G1, the condition is G1. Right? So the answer is here. Lah. You can try this example as well. Once finished, we start tutorial 3. Okay, you can try tutorial 3 now, question 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 7 also. 8, 9, 10 later. Okay, anyone want to share the answer? I give you a few minutes. After 3:50, we start to discuss. Those of you have finished got the answer already, right? You take picture and, like as I said, don't waste time. Upload into the Jamboard. Brian, are we still using the same Jamboard, Brian?
Yes, we can use.
Still have a lot of space, right? I
Yes.
see there a lot of space there. So no lah, I think it's already, there are 2 more pages there lah. Or you want to create a new one?
The
Because
front
it's
page
tutorial.
already clear
Huh?
a few.
Sorry?
The front page already clear a few.
Oh,
pages.
you go and clear the front page.
Ah.
I thought every tutorial new one, you create one Jamboard link, then you label tutorial 1, tutorial 2A, 2B. Then your members can do revision easily. If you erase the front one, then next time how to do revision?
Okay.
Am I right?
Create a new one.
Create a new one. There's no limit, I think. You can create as many as you can. You're from KL, everyone? KL, eh, from where? KL. Pahang, Oh, which part of Pahang? Bentekap, Which part of Bentekap? Samarinda. Samarinda. Is your house affected by flood, right? Oh, no, Okay. How about you? KL, KL also. No wonder you're all here, I think the rest still at hometown, I think so. Do you see anyone from beside 5 of you? From group A? Still 5 of you. You never ask them where are they? Are they in the hometown? Other subject also 5 of you. Really, so they are not here yet. We see how next week. So as I said, even you have the answer, you post into the Jamboard link. Brian, is the new Jamboard link? Oh yeah, okay, ready already. So anyone just take picture and post it in the Jamboard there. With the question itself, as you can see, so that I don't need to come back to my Kami. So those who post your answer, can you post the question as well?
So, sir, using a new Jamboard link or what?
Sorry, Brian, are you talking?
No, not me, Kenfu.
Oh, Kenfu, yes.
Using the new Jamboard link to post the answer or what?
Cannot hear you. Kenfu, what's the issue?
I mean, use the new Jamboard link to post the answer.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Because the old one no space really.
The test kit where we can get.
Okay, I haven't received. Once I receive, I will let you know where to get it from office or
I
from
mean,
the lab.
every day we go.
But the way do you do self-test kit?
Only test one time for the week.
Yes, buy or what?
Tomorrow.
Self-test
Then you
kits.
test today, right?
You all buy yourself or you see give
for
one?
this week. Then
Buy
next week
yourself
you test again
every week one
for,
time or like that expensive for
again.
1 week 10 ringgit. You see not giving man for student?
Given every week one.
One, yes. We will
Huh?
try to
That's
let,
right. But for us staff, we can get from the UC, I think. If not, buy from outside. You all have to do it or what? Yes, right. Then after that, the result you give to who?
So that at least
Because we are having meeting now, we are getting from the office for lecturer for staff every week one time. Have to submit the result one. Anybody positive COVID have to report to KKM quarantine and do the PCR test. You all don't know the procedure.
So So, okay. My last item, I want to emphasize.
You all have to follow SOP. If better ask for the procedure, do the self-test kit. I think so because public utility, the student are doing self-test kit.
We have discussed and allowed replacement classes to be fully online. Okay, from this week 4
Okay.
until 5 until.
Actually, I'm having meeting now. Never mind lah. Okay, you all finish already. I stop my meeting first. Anyone already share the answer there? I only see one answer. Two answer. How about you all post your answer already? So we go to the question. Question one, nobody post. All right, I read the answer in question number 1. So I think nobody answered that. Okay, I write my answer here. Question 1 asking for what? Write all the rules, right? You all copy down. Lah. The first rule, what you learned this morning? Addition rules, right? The mutually and non-mutually. So what's the first? For addition rule, we must use A or B. A or B. So you write what? PA plus PB. If it's non-mutually, you have to minus A and B. This is for non-mutually. If you have a mutually, the probability of A or B, either one event, is PA plus PB. No need to minus really because the probability A and B must be 0. So this is for mutually exclusive. Okay, the second rule you learn is multiplication rules. For multiplication rules, we talk about times. So we have PA and B. For multiplication rule, we use N. Addition rule, we use O. All right. So we have two types of multiplication rules. One is dependent. Dependent means there is a condition. So we can write PA. If I use PA, I have to multiply. The condition is A. If I use PB, I have to times with the condition of B. So this is dependent. In other words, there is a condition. The second type of multiplication rules is independent. If it's independent, very easy. A and B is actually probability A times probability of B. If this is independent. Okay. All right. Question 2. Whose answer is this?
Yes, sir. My answer.
Eileen. Okay. You can explain quickly. PA bar is 203. PB is half. A and B 1/12. So Why you minus? Eileen, why you use this formula, right? You minus PA and B here. Eileen, are you there?
Yes.
Why you minus PA and B here? You get what I mean, right?
Can happen
Because
together.
this is what it's already mentioned here. A and B is not 0, it's 1/12. So you must minus back. It is non-mutually. So PA plus PB minus this, that's the answer. Here, number 3, even A and B are independent. PA 0.3, PB 0.5, A and B, and A or B. Find the answer. And then even A and B mutually exclusive. Mutually exclusive, you must prove what? How to prove events are mutually exclusive? PA and B must equal to 0, am I right? So what is the answer for question 3? No answer. Okay, no answer. Anyone of you want to try? You can post the picture. The one still online assessment, so no choice. You all still have to take picture and upload. I have 5 of them here, but they are all smiling, laughing. How about those at home? Anyone uploaded anything? No. Still no answer. Just write the A and B are not mutually. How we know A and B are not mutually? The answer is so small there. Is this the answer?
Me, sir.
So, this is the answer. A
Yeah.
and B are independent. So A and B is PA times PB lah, 0.15. Okay, and then find the PA or B. What should we do? So
Using
is it
A
mutually
minus
or non-mutually? Mutually or
non-mutually.
non-mutually? See, your PA and B is what? 0.15
0.15.
because you multiply. So in this case, PA and B is not. Is it mutually? If it's non-mutually, then if it's mutually, then it should be 0. If mutually, remember this morning we learned that mutually means A and B cannot happen together, ma. But this case, A and B is not 0, is what? 0.15. So not mutually exclusive. And therefore, when you want to find PA or B, everyone, you must take PA plus PB. You have to minus back. Because your A and B is not 0, ma. You have to minus back 0.15. So 0.3 plus 0.5 minus 0.15. How much you get? 0.65, right? 0.8 minus 0.15, 0.65. Question number 4. Have you all done? Yes. You say Px, x and y are two events such that Px is 2 over 5. Px, what is this? Condition. So when you see this condition, you write down here x condition y, right? So you write down the formula Px and y divide by what? Px or Py? Divide by Py, right? Because y is the condition at the right hand side. It's given by what? 1 over 2. So that means this one equal to 1 over 2. Let's call this equation 1 now. Oh. And then how about this? Py, now the condition is x. Okay, so if you have this condition x, you also write as what? Px and y, but this time you divide by px, and it's given by 2 over 3. Let's call this equation 2. You all know what is called equation 1, equation 2, right? Are you from MS or not MS? You take MS before? Yes, sir. Many of you take MS, you all know simultaneous equation. All right. Okay, so use this equation 1, equation 2, and this one. Find the Px and y. Anyone want to share your answer? How to find Px and y? How to find Py? How to find Px or y? Any volunteer? Okay, somebody post your answer here, question 4. Okay. I find this group very good, very, very aggressive. Very focused. It's very good. Okay, question 4 answer is here. So actually I write down all the formula already, right? The condition and so on. You can refer to these 2 question there. So use which one? Use whatever equation 1 or 2, which one is suitable to answer A, x and y. Here, that's how I write 2 ways, right? To write independent, dependent. This is called dependent because there is a condition. Remember, condition dependent. So if you want to find Px and y, you either use Px times Py condition x. Remember, if this is Px, this one is the condition x. Or if you want to use Py, then you must times Px condition y. Correct, not condition y. But which one is given? Y condition x or x condition y? Both also given. But which one is given for Px or Py? Px. You see or not? You're not given Py. Py don't know. I put a question mark, Py don't know. But Px is given by what? 2 over 5, right? So instead of using this one, we use this one. Understand? So 2 over 5 times 2 over 3 lah. This is given 4 over 15 no? So Py not given. So use equation 1. Equation 2 cannot use because py not given. All right, after that, I can find the px and y for the next question. Py, you want to find py, right? So if I know the px and y already, I want to find py, then I can use equation 2. See this one? From equation 2, px and y is py times px condition y. And px and y from part A, I know 4/15. So equal to py, which we have to find, times px condition y is half, right? It's given. So from there, solve the py, 8/15 now. And the last one, to find the x or y, when you see the all means addition rule. So you go back, you have to check, is this mutually or non-mutually? So again, you know that x and y is not 0. The probability of x and y is not equal to 0, which is what? 8/15. So this is what? Non-mutually. Non-mutually, you have to minus back. So px plus py minus 4/15, you get 2/3. Anyone have any questions? I hope you can try more from past year questions, right? If the question is similar to this one. So I need you to recall these two dependent multiplication rule using conditional probability. All right. So question 5. Everybody okay? I think nobody asked anything so far. So we move on to question 5. Okay, where's question number 5? Can someone post the question here? I received one important meeting. So far, you all know final exam is face-to-face, right? Right? There's one meeting come out, right? Any changes happen now, which will go back to online final exam. So we have to look at the case of the COVID. If it's still very high, many students still don't want to come back. So we may convert back from face-to-face back to online. So far we're still doing, we still agree on physical face-to-face. But so far, I don't see many of you here. Until week 14, if still only 5 of you here, everybody go back to online exam, final exam. You all have attended exam online, right? Final exam. So you all have to wait for the news. Okay. All right. Question 5. Can someone post the picture of the questions? I can't see the question here. Question 5 say, one student selected from a group of 100 people, 70 full-time, 40 female and 30 male. Can someone post the question there? Easier. Otherwise, I have to go back to my kami. And then 30 part-time student, 20 female and 10 male. Event A is student selected full-time. Event C is student selected is female. Female means can be full-time, can be part-time. So find PA and C. Find PA, PC, PA condition C. Are the A and C independent? Okay, good. Very fast, you take action. So very good. So let's answer. Let's see whose answer is this. I hope everyone have done already. Don't just copy the answer or don't just wait for the answer only. Otherwise, the exam you may not know how to do it. So the question say A is the student selected full time. C is female. Remember this morning I mentioned use symbol. Use symbol. Okay. The first question is what? Find PA and C. So what should when you see N? When you see N means multiplication rule, right? Multiple N. So when you talk about multiple, first thing in your mind is what? Whether it's dependent or independent. So dependent or independent? Then you have to look at A and C. A is full-time, C is female. Is there any related? A person can be female. Must it be full-time? Or full-time must be only male? Or anybody can full-time or part-time, male or female also can one. Which one? So ask yourself. If the question ever mentioned independent or dependent, right? So you see, gender and status. Status here meaning part-time or full-time is not related or affected by each other. If affected, that means if I'm not a female, I cannot become full-time. That's what it means. But male or female, both also can become part-time or full-time. So that's why I say it's not related or affected by each other. So that's why it's like independent. Remember, independent, there's no condition there. So the formula is PA times PC. Anyone cannot follow? You can see the answer here, but exam you don't have answer. So make sure you understand the concept. All right, can we go on? B, find PA. How to find PA? A is full-time. So here got 100 people, 70 full-time, 30 part-time. Am I right? And then out of the full-time, how many female? How many male? 40 female, 30 male. Agree or not? And out of the part-time, 20 female and 10 male. So the question asks probability to get A, where A is defined as what? Student full-time. So what's your answer? Full-time. It never mentioned male or female, correct or not? It just mentioned full-time. So you look at your full-time here. How many? 70 out of 100. It never mentioned the gender. Okay, C, PC. C is female. So, female, it never mentioned full-time or part-time. So what should we do? Are we looking at only full-time? Or are we looking at part-time? Or are we looking at both also? Both, right? Both, right? Agree? Unless the question says female and part-time. Then you mention 20. Or female and full-time. Then 40. Over 100. It never mentioned full-time or part-time. It just mentioned female. So you have to take 40 plus 20, which is what? 60 over 100. Which is 3 over 5. Okay, the last one. PA condition C. A and C divided by PC. So A and C is given by part A, 2 over 5, divided by PC, 3 over 5, so 2 over 3. If your answer wrong in part A or B, your answer here also wrong. Okay. All right. Finish question 5. Question 6, anyone? We only have one last question, no time already. Anyone want to post question 6 answer? Question 6, very long story. Okay, you say a box have 9 tickets, number from 1 to 9. 3 different tickets are drawn from the box, one at a time. One at a time. Meaning that you take 1 ticket, 2 tickets, and 3 tickets, one at a time, one by one. Find the probability that they are alternatively either odd, even, odd, or even, odd, even. What does that mean? Now you see you have 9 tickets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You take 3 tickets, one ticket at a time, right? Now, when you take first ticket, second ticket, and third ticket, remember, even number is what? 2, 4, 6, 8. Even number. The odd number is 1, 3, 5, and 7, and 9. So, the question asks you to find the probability, which is the first one, odd, even, odd. Let's call E as even number, which means the first one is E. The first one is odd. Or so you can actually take or write in symbol. Remember, you write in symbol, everyone. First one odd, so O, and first number I use 1 here. And the second number is even, right? So I use what? E2. First number odd and second number even. And the third number again back to odd. So and O3. This is the first probability that you have to find. Or when you see the word or, you plus. Then the second combination of probability is even, first number. So E1, first number is E1, either 2, 4, 6, or 8. And the second number is odd, which is what? O2. And the third number back to even, E3. So the second number means it can be take 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and the third number back to even 2, 4, 6, 8 again. All right. Now, is this dependent or independent? Dependent or independent? When you take the number already, can you take back the same number again? When you buy a ticket 2, can you buy another ticket also number 2? Cannot already, right? So that's what independent. Dependent, right? Dependent, which means there is an affection here. So you get the answer, everyone? If you need more time, we'll discuss it next week. But I think so far my answer here is yeah. So my answer is okay. If we get 140 divided by 504, how many of you get this? Hey, did I write just now? I discussed. Oh, I didn't show you my screen, right? I show you my screen now. Okay, never mind. I write here. You see, that E as even number. O is odd number. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ticket, right? 2, 4, 6, 8 even number. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 is odd number. So I want to find the probability that the first combination is odd, even, odd. So first ticket odd, O1. I write O1, and the second ticket is even, E2, and the third ticket back to odd again, O3. 1, 2, 3 means the first, second, third ticket. Now, as I said, it's dependent because when you buy the ticket already, you cannot buy back the same ticket number. All right? Or, so you plus the second combination of probability is the first ticket is even, so I write E1. And because this is multiplication rule, the second ticket is O number, O2, and the third ticket go back to even again, E3. The answer is 140 over 504. How many of you get this? Part B. Machine A last 5 years, 4 or 5. Machine B last for 5 years, 5 over 3 or 4. Find the probability that both machines last 5 years. How do you write? A and B, both. Both means A and B last for 5 years. Now here, independent or dependent? Machine A and machine B, two different machines. Whether they last 5 years or not, are not influenced by each other. Machine A can last 5 years or less. Machine B can last more than 5 years or less. So here is what? Independent. So when independent, you want to find both machine last for 5 years. How do you write? PA times PB. This is what will happen. In exam, you must think whether the scenario, the event is independent or dependent, mutually or non-mutually. Can now, only machine A lasts for 5 years. What does that mean? Only machine A lasts for 5 years. How do you write your symbol? A lasts for 5 years. What happened to the machine B? Not last for 5 years, right? So how do you write? A and the B bar, the B machine must not last for 5 years. So how do you write? B bar lo. Remember the bar this morning you learned that complement rules. A lasts for 5 years and the B bar means B does not last for 5 years. Okay, you go and try geometry. At least one. What's the meaning at least? Minimum. One or two machine also last for 5 years. Yeah, you write down the symbol. See whether you can write or not. Number 4, neither machine lasts for 5 years. Neither means both machine also don't last for 5 years. So what do? You can take 1 minus, both last for 5 years. Whatever answer you have here, you take 1 minus it, you will get both also don't last for 5 years. Or you can use the fraction now and see how you'll do it. Okay, so number 6, you'll try any question, you let me know next week. And you can proceed to question 7. And after next week's lecture, you can finish all of your file. And then I will touch to chapter 4 also, probability distribution. All right, so all the best. And again, you can do your past year question. Brian, if you can find past year question, you can share with your group too, or you can share with the whole group also, Brian. All right, everybody.
Okay.
So that's all. Bye-bye. See you all next week. Stay safe.
Bye, sir. Thank you.